G'day guys, we are back. We're going to be checking out a game called Once Human. I wanted to showcase this game on the channel because I think I'm going to be playing a hell of a lot of it once it's released. With the Steam Next Fest, it's allowed us to play a lot of upcoming games, and Once Human was the main game I've been playing. I do have a bit of a cold still, unfortunately, so my voice may be a bit off. I do apologize about that. Now, what is Once Human? Once Human is kind of like a mix between genres. On one hand, we have survival and crafting. On the other hand, we have MMO style events, dungeons, and raids. Very, very cool stuff. Now, we're just at one of the hub towns. This is as far as we could get in the demo. But, I'm going to show you a bit of texture popping. I'm going to show you what I've built so far, and then we're going to run through a dungeon, the only dungeon available on the demo. Now, I am incredibly geared in compared to pretty much any of the content that's available. Now, just a heads up for those seeing the pop-ins and all that stuff happening around, which is super annoying. This is running on Unreal Engine 5, and this is a very older build of the game. So presumably a lot of the issues will be fixed on release, which is coming out around, I believe it's the 10th of July, according to the Steam page. So I'm super excited for that. All right, let me show you my base. Actually, let's show you the world first. So this is the world that's currently unlocked for the demo. These little icons here are towns, and each little icon here are rift anchors. You're required to unlock rift anchors to unlock the area or the region boss. Now, this game in itself is kind of spooky. Let's teleport there real quick. So, without breaking too much of the, breaking down too much of the story, I'm going to give you the gist. A mysterious interdimensional door appeared in the middle of nowhere. And then, scientists, as scientists do, started poking around with the interdimensional door and caused some issues. And those issues spiraled out of control until we have the apocalypse that is the current state of the Once Human world, where all these interdimensional beings, monsters, demigods have come through and started invading the world, and they've caused a lot of issues. So each zone is controlled by one of these interdimensional monsters, and all the quests and such are related to these monsters. For example, in this region that we have just finished for the demo, a lot of the NPCs were getting these dreams telling them to come to the hospital, all of these very seductive dreams or dreams of hope. And in the hospital is a evil being that's decided to lure in these people to kill them and eat them. Very creepy stuff. If you're a fan of things like Stranger Things, where you have the upside down and such, very, very similar in style and theme. Right, so this is my house. This is what I built over the beta. We have a little defense system here to defend this. This is basically a wave defense system that you can do once a week on release, and it allows you to get currency for the one of the progression systems they have in the game. I'll go touch briefly on that as well. Now, this is Rusty's little teleporter, or Rusty's house. You can have what you call hives. They're essentially guilds in the game. And then you can turn those guilds into war bands, which is essentially guild alliances. That means the guild and the guild alliance can all build next to each other and within each other's zone. So we have Rusty just using the main base here as his base. I've gone ahead and planted a couple of orange trees, which are actually ready to harvest. Now I can plant the seeds that we got. We'll plant the seeds, we use the fertilizer, and we will water them with purified water. Oop. Insufficient space. Use. Oh, it's already fully watered. Okay, never mind. Irrigation is already 100%. And we'll just plant that one. So that will grow over time. Now I do have a water pump here. This pumps the ground for groundwater. I've hooked it up to a water pump that will pump the water out of the groundwater pump and then send it over here to our water storage tanks. And then it will send a few of those water over to this water filter here. And that means I can get constant purified water every single day. And the water tanks are pretty much full. I'll never run out of water with that setup, which is awesome. Now, these are remnants from past things. I don't really need these water catchers anymore, but they're just there for the fun. Now, you do get vehicles in this game. I'm currently rolling around in this beastie truck. It's very, very cool. You can upgrade them, you can customize them, all that fun stuff. I've set up a couple of turrets up the top to deal with the local wildlife. A couple of wolves that roam around here. So we want to be able to protect the place from those. Now, you might be wondering what this bee is here. This is actually one of the deviants. Now, they are the very core, one of the core gameplays of the game. You can capture them, kind of like Pokemon. They are altered items or otherworldly influenced items. So they've been affected by these otherworldly dimensions and changed into something else. So we have things that, for example, this little guy here, he will mine for you. As long as you have him in your base and he has enough energy, he'll go out and mine for you. And it helps that he's very, very cute. Some of these will also generate crafting materials that you can use to create different potions and such that alter your playstyle. So this one here will actually allow you to turn into a table and chairs just to hide from people. Very cool. There's all different kinds. Now this is the interior of my base. I haven't been fishing enough to catch any fish from a fish tank, unfortunately. But here is all the furniture I've managed to find out while exploring. We got our little smeltering station up in the corner here, where we store all our resources. Now the resources are used directly from the chests, which I think every crafting game should have. Over here we have our weapons workbench where we make our guns. We have our normal supplies workbench where we make other things. So this is actually one of the items, the chloro armor. You use it to get a bit of a shield overlay on you, so you can take a lot more damage. And you get that from where is he? Oh, the guy's outside. You get them from these guys here. There's little plants, and then you can have a constant source of that shield to constantly make. Now there is trading in this game, but it's done through the vending machine. I'll just put that up there for the fun of it. But very similar to games like 7 Days to Die, where you can create a vending machine and then sell your items to the other players. You can do that through this vending machine here. It does require power, so you will need to be up to this tier, I suppose. What else? What else should I show you? We got the scrap disassembler. Anything you find out in the wilderness, you disassembled for their core resources. And then, for example, these gloves. I don't need these gloves. Let's get rid of them. Now we can use those resources to craft other things that we do want. When you're scrapping mods, each weapon has its own mod slots, and you can also customize the weapons here. For example, I have a muzzle and an optic sight on my lovely Sokar rifle. You can add more items. For example, I'm gonna add this tactical front grip here. Why not? Just to increase their base stats slightly. I don't believe they will increase the damage. That comes from... there are other skins and stuff you can get over time. These are through seasons. That comes from upgrading your gear via the calibration in the weapon station. Now, I don't have enough ingots. You can get those from obviously smelting. Now I'm going to show you one of the dungeons. Now, as I did mention before, I am rather geared for what is available. So this dungeon will be a breeze, but I did want to show you it anyway. You can summon your vehicle just as you summon any mounts in any game that is an MMO. They just appear out of nowhere. But it all comes from that whole interdimensional tech, you know, that fancy stuff. Oh, tree there. I love this vehicle because it kind of just rolls over anything. You do get a bike as your first vehicle, a motorbike, which does, honestly, the motorbike even in itself is amazing. Even better once you fully upgraded it. You can go as fast as the cars, if not faster. There is another car you can get, and it is kind of like a old school muscle car. I haven't really played too much with that. You see all these tents around here. These are actually players' spawn points. You can place these around whenever you want, as long as you have the resources. I guess similar to New World, yeah. All right, here we go. This is. Let me just move this over here and make sure I got enough food and water ready to go in case I need it. Now, when you're in here, basically dungeons will take place in old military silos, missile silos. So, these silos have been used as experimental locations for these weird scientists who decided that they want to experiment more and more on these extra-dimensional rifts and beings. Now, as you can see, you can play harder difficulties of any content in the game. That includes world bosses as well. I won't show you the world bosses because I don't really want to spoil it too much, because they are pretty epic. We're just going to enter this dungeon here. It's recommended 25. I'm like 32, I think, with all 32 gear. So yeah, I'm gonna breeze through this. We'll play it kind of like stealthy. I'll show you the stealth gameplay. Now, I think they've done the stealth gameplay really, really well. Now, you do start off with a crossbow as one of your first weapons, and the crossbow is incredible for stealth gameplay. It does insanely high damage, and it's super silent. So you don't really have to worry too much about getting detected. Because later on you will get upgrades. All these humans have been infected by the interdimensional energy. Very SCP-esque, if you're a fan of SCP as well. It's another thing I could say this game's similar to. You enter a lot of military bunkers. Let's change up. Let's go hot. You see the extra dimensional things here. As it being a dungeon, there's loot everywhere. This one's rather small. I'm even hoping the future dungeons are bigger. We're gonna go through all of it. Like these, you'll find random materials around. You don't have to go right up to them. As long as you're in range, you can highlight. You can press F, and they come to you, which is a feature I really like because it saves you having to go around everywhere. As long as you're close enough and highlighted, it should get it. Look at that microwave oven. Yeah, I believe there's an item down here, a key card I need. Let's go into crouch. Change back to my sniper rifle. Got 3 rounds. I think that's all I will need actually. And they are eating that dude. Getting more stuff off the shelves. And we got another chest here. Now this chest here would be a dungeon specific chest, so it's like needed item, which is the access card. Alright, let's continue on. I'm not gonna loot everything, because well, another thing, we do have the power of telekinesis. Which is awesome. Yeah, these are seeds, I suppose. They're direct links to the other dimensions. You want to get rid of them. They spawn dudes. The enemy design is pretty incredible. You get like the general creepy looking tall evil dudes, as you can see here. But then you got things that are like fused with light bulbs. Monsters that have been fused with like explosives. Or like these guys here. Has been infused with a light. So he'll just flashbang you and freeze you. Oh, there's a window there. Oh, I hope I have a molly. Okay, he's detected us. Oh no. He's just doing his thing. Is that all of them? Nope, there's one more there. What I've grown to love is the atmosphere in this game. Like, just this itself gives off some crazy Stranger Things vibes, and I love that. Alright, I need a molly. Do I have a molly? I do. Alright, we're switching to the molly. Nice. That was my last one. But thankfully, I at least had one. Okay. Get this chest. Oh, we got a tier 3 jacket. Hell yeah. That's really cool. Now, the thing with this game, when it comes to gear, you cannot repair gear that you do not make yourself. So you can find a whole bunch of cool stuff out in the wilderness and use it for a very long time until you until it breaks, basically. So the idea is to get blueprints to create your own stuff, and that's where the progression system comes into play. I don't think I showed you the blueprint. Let's just quickly cover that. Right, these are the blueprints. All the blueprints that are available in the game. And on the top right, you'll see I have 0 out of 60 for this specific blueprint. Now, if you get more than what you've unlocked, say this is a sniper I unlocked. If you get more, you can use those additional blueprints of that sniper to increase its star level. And its star level, depending on the rarity, can increase the overall damage. So for example, a legendary weapon would have a 6-star level, starting at star level 1. The idea is to get more and more blueprints to upgrade your weaponry to the maximum possible ability of them. Now they do come with their own abilities, like unstable bomber, bouncing bullets, incendiary bullets, things like that. So you can get items with that. Now, with armor, you have gear sets. So, for example, the set I'm running is the Agent set. When you have up to 4, you get bullet saver effect with every precise kill. Weak spot damage increased by 15% for 8 seconds, and effect can stack up to 3 times. So basically, when you're using a sniper, you use less bullets, which is cool. You also get a butt ton of HP and stuff like that. Now, as you can see over here, I've actually increased my top up to a 4-star, and that has allowed me to get a very large chunk of HP. Now you can get these blueprints during your exploration, your dungeons, your world explorations, mythic chests, things like that, right? You can also get it through this gotcha system. So if you recall, I spoke about that tower defense system. Now if you do that, you'll get this certain currency. You can do that weekly. Okay, so what was I saying? The gotcha system. Yes, this game has a gotcha system. It kind of depends on how you feel about what your idea of pay to win is, but we don't yet know what their monetization is going to be like. So everyone and their dog is hoping they do not balls it up. But at the moment, you can only do a certain amount of pulls every week using the in-game methods. So we'll see how they manage that, because obviously if you can increase the amount of pulls you can do every week, that can obviously cause some issues with people getting like legendary weapons and such. Obviously more effective on the PvP servers rather than the PvE servers. I plan on playing on the PvE servers. Just because I'm not a fan of like base raiding in these kind of games, you know. But yes, I'll be playing on the PvE servers, so it won't really affect me too much. But that is something to watch out for on the release, I suppose. Because it would kind of suck if someone just dumped, if there was like a whale who dumped like hundreds of $1,000s into the game and has every single legendary maxed out and then just starts destroying people. That would suck. That would suck. But we will see how they manage the monetization. Nice. Got a reward for that. Now we can continue on to the next area. This way. Now you may have noticed down the bottom, we got water, and we got hunger, and we got sanity. Now that area actually drained my water a lot. And while you're in a silo, your sanity will slowly decrease because you are in a area affected heavily by these otherworldly beings. So you need to take your sanity tablets. Now you can buy 2 of those a day at the bunkers, at the bases, at the survival camps. Or you can craft them yourselves. But I do believe they're going to be a limited quantity, so you've got to be really careful when you use them. You can obviously craft high tier medication and such. Alright, let's go down and kill the area boss. As you can see, relatively small dungeon. I'm hoping they do increase the size of the dungeons as the game goes on. So this is the boss arena here. Again, I just want to reiterate, I am highly geared. So this is going to be a breeze. Do not expect this boss to be a breeze when you do it. We need to get rid of these seeds. Hey, level 34, nice. Gonna clear the area. There's a lot of chests around this area, so we gotta... Once we've defeated the boss, we'll Where is this guy? There he is. Once we defeated this boss, we... Oh, Jesus! Get the shit out of me! Woo! Once we defeat the boss, we're gonna loot. Get rid of these seeds. I'm pretty sure the last seed is on the other side there, so I wanted to get rid of all these ads. Oh, he dropped his thing. That's big. It's really big. That thing's so powerful. You can use the enemy's heads against them. Some of them briefcases. Oh, he wasn't close enough. Don't mind me, just loading. Okay, this should spawn the big guy. Oh, crap. Yep, there he is. Let's grab it. Let's grab it. Where'd it go? Because this thing freezes them, making them pretty useless. Alright, it's out of ammo. Oh, come on, change weapon, change weapon. Oh my god. And that's the boss done. Get rid of his ad spawns. So that's the dungeon. That's the first dungeon. Yep. I am way too good for this. I'm actually, yeah, I'm strong enough to do the next zone's boss, I believe. So, grab these. Now, as you see, you can say, control max gain. I believe that is going to be a finite resource as well, so you can only do a certain amount of runs a week. But we'll see. We've got a lot of stardust. Awesome. Oh, jeez, didn't see this down here. Now I'm doing lightning damage with this weapon. You can get perks and stuff to increase your lightning. Oh my god! You can get perks and stuff to increase your lightning damage. I don't think I've gone over that, so I'll go over that real quickly as well. Let's go ahead and summon the cradle. This is where you get your skill tree, unlock all your buildings, what guns you can make, building materials, electronics, filters, all that fun stuff here, right? But over here on the cradle, the more things you've unlocked, the more things you've explored, different achievements, for example, killing bosses and such, you will unlock additional slots. Now, you get these little perks that you can equip to your cradle. I have ones that support my sniper rifle, so when I'm scoped in, I get 30% more crit rate and 20% more crit damage. This one, reloading, grants 30% increased damage to power surge and unstable bomber. Now, power surge is actually the lightning damage, so every time I reload, I get more lightning damage. Let's leave because our sanity is slowly decreasing. And you'll have the end screen where you can give people thumbs up and stuff like that. Alright. Well, that is a general overview of the game. This game is absolutely massive. It took an entire week to explore this region. And all of this region is still locked. There is world events. I did mention this. There are world events that you can just teleport to. For example, the fishing one, I think I'm going to do that. But until next time, guys, thank you if you made it through to the end of the video. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely day or night or whatever it may be. And please check out this game. This game is amazing. I'm going to be playing it. Oh yeah. Okay. Goodbye.